Like most museums, Kidzu spent the spring and summer of 2020 with our physical museum space closed to the public. We found new ways to serve our community by bringing our programming online and reaching our audience in new ways.
We're going to make a scale model of the solar system that you can fit in your pocket.
Then, in November of 2020, Kidzu reopened to the public with a phased approach. A year later, we are pleased to be offering even more general admissions sessions as our museum is welcoming back new and old friends. Once again, Kidzu is abuzz with the sounds of little learners and explorers as they experience the wonder of our museum. The past year has been a busy time for Kidzu, as we have both opened to the public and continue to offer virtual programming to those who are unable to join us in person. One project we are very excited about is The Nest, Kidzu's early learning environment. Our museum has always enabled children across North Carolina to access critical early childhood educational experiences within our community and through community outreach. Now we will have a dedicated space for infants and toddlers aged 0 to 3. Kidzu will harness our own experience and collaborate with academic and early learning colleagues to create programming that nurtures critical healthy brain development and encourages curiosity, discovery, and confidence in Kidzu's very youngest learners. While the physical Nest space is still in progress, Kidzu has already offered virtual programming for this youngest age group. We have partnered with Kaleidoscope Play and Learn to offer free virtual playgroups for Orange County infants, toddlers, and their caregivers. So far, Kidzu has served over 35 Orange County children. In addition to the educational experience offered to the children, these playgroups have given caregivers the opportunity to network, learn from each other, and learn from early childhood experts.
And patterns even, and colors, and textures.
Kidzu Children's Museum is dedicated to being an accessible, inclusive learning environment designed with all families in mind. In partnership with the Town of Chapel Hill's Adaptive Recreation and Inclusion Program, Kidzu hosts monthly adaptive play, sensory-friendly nights to provide an exclusive experience for kids with autism spectrum disorders and sensory processing differences to explore the museum. This program is free and offered during times when the museum is closed to the general public, offering a less crowded environment. Throughout 2020 and into 2021, we were able to quickly pivot to provide virtual sensory play in an effort to meet children and families where they were and continue to provide this important resource in a virtual environment. After 10 months of facilitating this program virtually, we are thrilled to have invited families back in person for adaptive play starting this past October. With a full roster of participants, we welcomed back many familiar faces and some new friends. Another way Kidzu has reached out to our community is through our Mind Snacks. As soon as museums and schools closed, we began to work together with our local school district, social service agencies, and other nonprofits offering hunger relief and nutritional resources to families in need. We created printable and bilingual versions of some of our virtual resources. These printouts have gone home with weekly meals across our country to continue our mission of feeding minds, bodies, and imaginations. Kidzu provides resources for families who want to have conversations about race, racism, and equity at home. We have built an equity and inclusion webpage that provides resources for kids, for caregivers, and for educators. Having these conversations with young people is so critical to ensuring that the next generation is actively anti-racist and promotes diversity and inclusion within their lives. Kidzu has undergone a Book Nook audit, which looked at diversity criteria, including background of authors, languages, diverse representation of main characters, and topics and lessons learned. We are determining how we can reflect our mission and our community in everything we do. Kidzu is dedicated to creating a more equitable, inclusive, and sustainable world. In 2021, we are taking the initiative to provide family-centered activities every month based on the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals and 170 daily actions to transform our world. Kidzu has used these goals as inspiration to develop our own activity books that are available on our website. School visits of all kinds have always been integral to Kidzu's mission. One of the hardest parts about closing our doors was no longer seeing the excitement in children's eyes when they enter Kidzu on their first class field trip. While most schools aren't ready for visits to Kidzu just yet, we have been busy creating ways for schools to bring a little bit of Kidzu to their own classrooms for an in-school field trip. Our in-school field trips consist of STEM boxes, which provide hands-on activities to engage and excite students in a selection of grade-aligned science topics. These activities can be facilitated by an independent educator or a Kidzu staff member. Each STEM box includes a full introduction to the topic 3 different station-based activities, and a take-home activity for learners to enjoy. In addition to our STEM boxes, Kidzu offers 4 outdoor discovery boxes, which include grade-specific, curricularly aligned STEM activities designed to be done outdoors. Each one includes a facilitator guide with lesson plans and all the materials needed to complete each activity. Each discovery box also has multiple activities for different grade levels. Kidzu was also so happy to welcome back a total of 143 campers this summer. We had a busy 12-week summer camp schedule filled with children ready for some hands-on activities and to learn about art, nature, and science. The fun continues with Schools Out camps, one-day camps that are offered periodically on holidays and teacher workdays. At our sold-out September camp, kids had fun learning all about robotics. One of Kidzu's biggest assets during the pandemic has been the front yard, Kidzu's outdoor learning garden. In spring 2021, when many were still uncomfortable joining us inside, we were able to kick off our spring and summer season with a robo-rave in the garden. This was an official event for the North Carolina Science Festival and featured our partner, the North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics. This event launched a series of free monthly garden parties that will continue until November. These parties allowed families to feel safe while celebrating with Kidzu and participating in hands-on activities and demonstrations. Spring 2021 also saw the return of Junior Gardeners, Kidzu's popular weekly garden program. In this program, children and caregivers can stop by the garden and help Kidzu staff work in the garden and participate in activities. To improve the educational experience in the garden, Kidzu developed the Outdoor Learning Trails. These trails consist of a series of kid-friendly videos placed around the garden that can be accessed by scanning QR codes. The trails have different themes relating to pollinators, other animals, botany, and technology in nature. Another recent development at Kidzu that we are very excited about is our partnership with the North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics. They are working with us to bring educational opportunities to Kidzu relating to artificial intelligence, robotics, and computer science. They have also regularly attended our garden parties and will continue to join us for special events. As part of this collaboration, Kidzu has several new team members, robots. While these robots are fun to play with and sometimes very cute, they are also educational tools that teach users about coding from the beginner level to advanced. It has been a year of big changes for Kidzu, and we are looking forward to the many exciting new developments happening at our museum. We are dedicated to supporting children, caregivers, educators, and our community, and will continue to meet them where they are. Your support helps us in our efforts to deepen our impact in the community and to broaden our reach. Thank you.